Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today we just have another toy hunt, and today's a bit of a special one. I haven't been out for a little while due to COVID and other things, but I actually had a job interview at Smyths Toys this week, so obviously I couldn't really turn down the opportunity to do a fig hunt. Now, I actually got a bit of extra footage here so that I can just talk over it, while I was basically waiting for people to get out of the way. There was no one in the aisle when I turned the camera on, and then as soon as I went to start doing things, after this little Funko Pokemon section, all of a sudden there was just people in the way everywhere. But yeah, so I finally cleared off space on my GoPro, so we have a much nicer quality video. And yeah, here we go, let's get into it. So, first thing I looked at was these Marvel Legends. I always like to have a bit of a look over the Marvel stuff. I've been a bit more Marvel and DC recently. Some of the Doctor Strange figures were reduced here. I was kind of tempted by the Astral Doctor Strange for a tenner just for the genie lamp. And then I saw these Black Panther figures for $25.99. $25.99. How are children in a cost of living crisis supposed to afford this? But the Astral Doctor Strange got me thinking about this guy. Jonah Jameson, finally reduced to £10, and as you saw there, I just took one straight off the shelf and took it with me. I've had my eye on this guy for a while, thinking I'd pick one up for my brother's birthday when they inevitably got reduced. I got him the pop figure for last Christmas, so I wasn't in a rush to get it, and I knew they were going to get reduced anyway, so yeah. So I had a quick look at the AEW stuff here, but the guy you just saw off to the side then decided to just sort of stand at the WWE figures, looking at them for absolutely ages. They got Lance Archer down to $12.99, of course. No, he hasn't managed to get any lower. And at this point, I've kind of just decided I need to just not get him because I just have so much stuff. And yeah, still just waiting to get to the WWE stuff. I kind of was interested in Trent when they first revealed it, but I think then when they started showing renders of it, it didn't look anywhere near as good. I know that the original digital design is always way better, but I thought this was literally just completely different. Then when the figures actually started coming out, I thought, okay, it looks alright, but I definitely don't want it for £20. It was like 2013 when my Trent hype was at the highest, and right now I just don't really care all that much. Generally looking at the AEW stuff, I'll do a bit more of a look over these in a little while. You got the Painmaker Jericho there. I'm sure that's novel to some people, but not really to myself. And yeah, really I'm just padding out the time here, waiting for this guy to get out of the way. He's still there. And then I just started heading up the aisle. There's some more DC stuff there. Honestly, I've never been to the top end of this aisle. I know what I need to look at, and I walked past this couple just now that just kept getting in my way when I went back down the aisle. But yeah, what do we got around here? I know that there's the Star Wars stuff there. Not as big a selection as Star Wars used to have, but I guess it's just not really a massive thing right now. We've got some Lightyear stuff there. It's a film I wouldn't mind checking out at some point. I'm sure I've heard more negative reviews than positive ones, but I think people still just can't understand what it is, really. And then there's the Toy Story stuff here. I had to give Slinky a little scratch there. And then finally, a little overview of some Minecraft stuff there. Bit of Super Mario. And then I started, as you can see there, I started heading back down the aisle and then realised that it still wasn't quite free. I quite like the look of this Transformers packaging, that was really cool. And then finally we got to the WWE stuff. So we got some reduced basics there, but Noam Dar and stuff like that. What I found quite interesting was that there wasn't many of the WrestleMania elites left. They had the Bret Hart there, but that was more or less it. And they also didn't seem to have the Royal Rumble ones anymore either. Apparently they're still in stock on the website, but there certainly isn't any here on the display, so that was very weird. Then we got this new series in with Bret Hart and the British Bulldog and stuff. I would be kind of tempted by this Bulldog if it was a little bit cheaper, but I did already buy the one with Matilda to get Matilda, so I'm not really in a massive rush to pick that up. And the White Edge as well, it's the same thing, I wouldn't mind picking that up. Crispy Fiend, it's just not something for me at all. Then we've got Scarlet back up to £20 up there. The Miz you can see there reduced to £5. I probably should have picked that up just because, you know, it's like generic suit body. Definitely could have just picked that up, and you know, if I go back and they still have them, I'll probably pick one up. But in this instance, I didn't really think twice about it, to be honest. Now heading back to the AEW guys again, because I kind of realised that I'd seen all these Dax Harwoods. There's some on the peg there, and there's some on the bottom there, and I kind of realised, like, where's the cash wheelers? Like, there's all these Dax Harwoods, there are no cash wheelers, and I was like, okay, well, good luck getting those to sell. And then here's that couple getting in the way of me trying to look back at the pop figure stuff again. So, you know, another quick glance over the Marvel Legends while I was waiting. Quick look at the Fortnite stuff. You know, they got whatever the Ultimate Edition is called of Banana Man reduced to $14.99, whatever he's called, Agent Peely. Yep, cool stuff. You got the Yu-Gi-Oh! Pharaoh Atem. I thought this was really cool, but I get it's just something I wouldn't really know where to put. If I'm honest, I'm more looking at the Funkos in videos like this to, you know, show you guys what is there, what's kind of on display. You know, you guys have come to watch what is in store and so on, so I want to show you guys that. We got the Pokemon plushies here. I was quite interested to see they've gotten up to Pancham now, because they've been doing these plushies for a little while now, and you know, it's interesting to see where they've gotten to with it. We got some Jurassic World stuff, but ultimately, not really anything there for me, so I headed over to my favourite place in the world, the clearance table. Now, they had these Masters of the Universe guys, not really of any interest there to me. The clearance table was looking pretty bare that day, to be honest with you. And then just at the end here, I spotted these micro toy box sets on the top. Now, this is the kind of thing I would have loved when I was younger. I love kind of like realism. Even when I was a kid, you know, I've been really into it really recently as well, like kind of slice of life sort of stuff, and seeing people live their lives and stuff. And when I was a kid, I really liked realism. Like, I really liked Matchbox cars because, you know, they were actual cars. And, you know, I would have loved stuff like this when I was a kid. If this was around when I was a kid, we would have wasted way too much money on it. So, yeah, I picked that up, and I picked up a second one as well, because, you know, I saw that there was a second one there as well, so I took that one as well, and figured there's some blind bag stuff in there as well, so, you know, we've got a little opening video coming with that. And next up, we're in B&M, and, you know, I swear, the more times I try and film the fact that you can never walk into a B&M because there's just people everywhere, the easier it is to walk into the B&M, because I had no trouble here getting in. Ironically, I couldn't get back out. Honestly, by then I'd already turned off the camera, obviously, but like it took me ages to walk around everyone. People just seem to be clogging up all of the tills on the way out, and you can just see me in the telling the boys in the group chat there how the job interview went. But now we get to the toy aisle, or one of the many toy aisles in this B&M anyway. And first of all, we've got this little Yu-Gi-Oh display, which is a little novel thing. I don't know why I decided to finger bang the ripped open Albaz Strike structure deck, because obviously if someone comes back, it just looks like I was the one who stole it, but whatever. We've got a little Hot Wheels display there. Honestly, it took me a little while to actually get into the toy aisle here. There wasn't very many people in Smyths, the toy superstore, and then the toy aisle in B&M was like absolutely packed. So it took me a little while. Some incredible stuff there, some Scooby-Doo stuff there, very, very cool. And then finally, I decided to just go for it and try and force my way down. You can see all the people there, and here we are. There's just one facing of wrestling stuff now. You have to go minesweeping through the basics, but obviously there's not really anything there. You can see the two Chase Trish Stratus are still there on the shelf from a long time ago. It's really interesting, the B&M shelf warmers at the moment, because they're actually really good figures, like MVP, Trish Stratus, and Kushida. They're great figures. And, you know, one of these days I think the Chase Trish is going to sucker me in. But at this point I decided to just take a look at the amount of Miss Elizabeth that they have left. And I actually realised from an Instagram post I did around Christmas time that all 5 of these Miss Elizabeths that I found were already there on Christmas Eve. So they have all been sat there for 6 months and none of them have sold. And I'm not remotely surprised. I recently bought the Then Now Forever version of Miss Elizabeth on eBay for £5.50 and the seller hasn't sent it. I've mentioned that in a few videos now, but yeah. There's me thinking about doing another mind sweep. It's funny how like this series is the one with that really nice basic Kane in it, but obviously you're never going to see that in a B&M, like obviously he's nowhere to be seen. And yeah, there wasn't really much to look through. There's a carrying cross there under the Kushida. And then I started trying to head up towards the Doctor Who stuff. There's some Pokemon there, some Mario and whatnot. Walking past the same pop figures I've probably shown every time I've been in this B&M. And then there's the Doctor Who selection. Honestly, I feel like this started off better than it was, and I really wish I'd bought the Davros and 13th Doctor set when I had the chance. But to be honest, I wouldn't know what to do with Doctor Who figures. They're an interesting thing nonetheless. Again, this is just me waiting to sort of get back down the aisle again. I had a quick look at the Minecraft stuff. I didn't really look at the price tag there, that $2.50. I wonder what that was for. Probably those mini ones off to the side there. But I was kind of checking if those Minecraft figures looked compatible with the ones that I kind of pick up, the Overworld collection. And then we're just having another last look at the wrestling figures, just a bit of a deeper dive in the shelf, but I wasn't really expecting to find anything. You know, there's another non-chase Trish there to even out the amount. There was a Bray Wyatt there, which is absolutely wrecked. But yeah, there's just nothing there, but you know, it's kind of better than when B&M didn't get anything at all in. And like I say, MVP, Trish and Kushida, they could be worse figures. But after this, I decided to head over to the Daisy Chain charity superstore. It's a hit and miss charity shop, but it's massive, so it's kind of novel to go to. The job interview went pretty well, but I don't think it was the best one I've ever had either. I think at the end of the day though, I'm not convinced it really mattered. I'm not convinced it really made much of a difference to my application, because I figure they're either going to want me for my experience at the entertainer or they're not. You know, or there's going to be someone more experienced, so it doesn't really matter. But either way, at least we got a bit of a toy hunt out of it. We're going to do those big little toy box things unboxing as well, so even more content there. And we're not quite finished yet. We've got this massive charity shop over here. It's not always been the best one to go to, but it isn't half big, so it certainly has a lot of potential. It's worth looking if you're over here. We had a weird one, like I walked into B&M fine, but I couldn't get back out of it. And then neither store had any wrestlers for me, but ultimately I think I'd probably say B&M had the better selection, despite only having like 3 figures that won't sell off. I'd rather buy a Chase Trish than anything else I saw today. And I'd rather buy another MVP than most of the things that they had in Smyths, to be honest with you. But anyway, let's go in. Oh, it's busy. So yeah, again, Daisy Chain was kind of busy, but I thought I'd go and have a look at the toys that were over in this cabinet. Egregiously overpriced stuff, and hilariously so actually. It's all been here for a while. Probably was here the last time I was in here. That Legends figure is £25. So sort of mime that to the camera. And yeah, in the end I thought, you know, I just have to try and get in here and get around the people. I didn't really see anything that would imply that it was good, like there was anything good here. As I've mentioned before in previous toy hunts, they don't actually bother to tidy up the toy section here because, you know, it's just going to get messed up again. They have that little sort of police station thing on the floor, which I maybe would have picked up for the tabletop game Gaslands if I had more space to store such, like, things like that. Like, we could have made some terrain out of that. But yeah, basically we're just sort of looking around at you know, whatever the hell this is, you know.
Yeah, I couldn't see anything stand out in there, and there was a lot of people in the area, and it's always a mess in the toy area in there anyway. So I didn't do that because I've only got about 15 minutes until my bus comes anyway, so I thought I may as well go and make sure I get that. Quite honestly, my interview was at 12:30, so I haven't had any lunch yet. I kind of feel like every part of me knew that that would have been a better use of my time, but never mind. We'll get some food on the way when we get our first bus back, and we'll see how I feel. Maybe I'll do some more toy hunting when I get to Borough, who knows, but probably not, because the stores there are crap, and you know, I already know what they have, so unless I feel the need to laugh at Toy Town again on another video, you know, I think we'll leave it. You know, if I was like a big channel and I was doing toy hunts all the time, just going in Toy Town for the sake of it and laughing at how bad the prices are, I'd do something like, oh, get me to like 1,000 subs and I'll buy something for Toy Town, you know. I'd do something like that, some daft gimmick like that. But Jesus Christ, you're losing a lot of money. Just like the guy has to repair that windshield. That's pretty terrible, isn't it? All right, so I'll see you guys in the recap or in the next shot.
Here's where I got back to the bus stop and realised that I could have just walked across this car park to Smyths rather than walking right the way around the shopping estate to get there. So I got off at this bus stop across the road and came down the path to this bus stop to check the times, and literally could have realised then, but no, I realised an hour later when I had already walked all the way around the shopping estate twice. And then I decided not to toy hunt in Borough, but I did pop quickly into Be More Geek, just on the off chance they had the DC Multiverse figures in yet. And I might have been a little bit premature, but it never hurts to look. But what I did find, very bizarrely, was this Stephanie McMahon and Sasha Banks basic. Now, I don't know about the Sasha, but this Steph McMahon is from like 2015, 2016. At the youngest, it's surely 2016. And how this has gotten here is wild to me. But I guess some guy must have traded it in. But yeah, I don't know. So, now we'll just do a quick recap of the stuff that we picked up during this toy hunt. And first of all, I'd just like to say that so I went ahead and did the whole pop wall background thing. And one major issue I have with it so far, it does save a lot of space being able to just put all my pop figures in this kind of dead space at the back, but it does mean there's not an awful lot of space between the camera and the, you know, whatever I'm shooting at. So that's one slight major problem. But anyway, as you saw, first of all, we picked up this Jonah Jameson figure for £10. As I say, my brother's a big JJ fan, so I thought never hurts to get started early on his birthday. You know, it's funny, when I picked this up, my sister's birthday was in like 2 days. My girlfriend's birthday and her sister's birthdays were at the weekend. My nephew's birthday was next month. My brother's birthday is in November, so obviously I picked something up for him first. Like I said in the video, he's a big JJ fan, so, you know, I thought we may as well pick that up. And the other thing we picked up, as you saw, was the 2 Micro Toy Box Series 1 packs. As I say, when I was a kid, I would have loved things like this. I have known that these existed for a while, but I did just think that as a concept, it's a bit too expensive for something that I would buy a lot of. Because I knew about the like 6 surprises and stuff like that. And I think it's really cool that they actually have like licensed mini things in there. But I do think that they are quite expensive for what they are, personally. When I saw these reduced to £3, I was like, yeah, that's awesome. Because I'd love them as props for like animated shows, whatever thing I want to use them for, whatever a Nerf gun might be useful for. And I also realised that they have blind bags in there, so I thought I'd pick up both of them. We'll do a little unboxing on those at some point, and we'll also find out what toys are hiding behind the clearance sticker. Just off the top here, I can see that we've got 2 Nerf disruptors, which is pretty cool because it means we can keep one boxed and open one, or we can have 2 figures having Nerf gun fights. We've got 2 little teddy bears. That's, you know, that's interesting enough. And then we've got a couple of just various little things here. We've got Blockus on this side, we've got Kaplunk on this side, a little games console here, and then this is like a Power Ranger figure. I don't really know why the Power Ranger figure is outside of its packaging, because there is a figure in there. There's a mini figure in there, but yeah. Anyway, so there will be a video where I open these somewhere in the near future. But for now, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do like, comment and subscribe if you have not already. And in the end screen will be my playlist where the rest of my toy hunt videos are, if you want to check those out. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye. Oh, and by the way, just in case anyone was wondering, a few hours after the job interview, I got a phone call where they offered me a position starting on Monday the 18th. So, I got the job, guys. Wahey! Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.